The CEO of Underbody Kings Car Repairs in Dublin came on a brand new RTE show, our national broadcaster, and talked about how Irish people were lazy, we bring weed and cigarettes to work on Mondays, and we don't want to work hard in our own country. This is one of the most disgusting stories I've ever seen as a news reporter. This is a guy that came from Poland, immigrated here, how many years ago? 10, 20 years ago. I used to watch him on podcasts, Irish podcasts, would have this guy on because he's a cool guy. You know, he's into the conspiracy stuff. He is a more right-leaning guy, for sure. More right-wing guy, absolutely 100%. And he was given this new gig to come on and slander Irish people. A terrible, terrible look for this guy, completely. And the worst thing about it is as well, you know, he is a more based, right-leaning conservative guy, okay? He's basically just a bit of a sellout. Maybe he was only throwing a little bit of a harmless jab. That's what he thinks. But he is playing directly into the hands of RT and the woke lefties and what they're doing in Ireland today. And it's absolutely disgusting, guys. We're gonna watch this video. It's by a new program called Who's Building Ireland? And I'll tell you what, lads, I'll tell you who's not building Ireland. It's not Fine Gael or Fianna Fáil, that's for certain. I don't think anyone's building Ireland. Matter of fact, they're destroying the country from within. So, let's watch the video.
Doesn't matter. I believe that when a foreigner comes in here to work, he has a wife, he has a family at home, he cannot be dossing around and bringing weed to work on lunch breaks and not coming to work on Monday. However, local guys do that. And look, Irish did the same when they went to New York back in the day. They were the best workers. You had the best reputation for working. But not in your hometown, not in your comfort zone. These boys just love this graft. I mean, this is not coming to get your wage on Friday and bounce. This is a mission.
Now, I understand his sentiment there, okay? It's a little bit nuanced. I do understand his sentiment. He's basically trying to say we were more hardworking back in New York City when we emigrated and we had to make it. But that's not specific to Irish people, lads. That's just everyone. You know, if you're coming from a poverty-stricken background and you move somewhere else, you have to make it or else you die. So your back is against the wall. There's a lot of hardworking Irish people. Look at McGregor. You know, look at all these different massive multimillionaires. We have the Coulson brothers, who are the youngest billionaires ever in history. And I'll ask you a question as well. If Irish people are so lazy and whatever, why is everybody racing here to come here? Okay, why are we paying taxes to everyone for foreigners to come here, guys? If we're so lazy and we don't work hard, why are we paying millions in taxes every single year, much more than Poland does or any Eastern European country, to bring in hundreds of thousands of people that are refugees? Answer me that question. And, you know, the sentiment he doesn't understand, this little playful jab that he's pushing at and jabbing the Irish public is not going down well. This is completely blown up. This has gone mega viral, trending on X. And this is a guy coming here from Poland, guys. He was obviously had no money back home. I heard him say it himself in an interview. He said he had no money, no nothing. He was broke, all this different thing. And then he comes here, he starts up a business off the backs of Irish people, okay, spray painting houses and doing insulation sort of work for the houses and car repairs. And then he completely stabs the Irish people in the back. I mean, you've never heard anything like this in your life, guys. And I'm taking this from a great perspective because I'm Irish, but also I'm half Eastern European as well. This guy's fully Eastern European, he's Polish. And I know, guys, Eastern European people are extremely based. They're extremely right-wing, you know, conservative, more right-leaning, of course, 100%, guys. They're the most right-leaning people in the world, probably, of any country or any continent. But this guy here is obviously playing into the hands of the government. He's kind of giving them everything they want. You know, it's a bit unfortunate, it's a bit unfair. I could never disrespect people that I built a business off the back of. Let's just say that much. It's a bit of a heartless jab. He has to come out and apologize for this, guys. I don't really see a way out of this for him. I mean, I understand the sentiment. I'm not stupid what he's trying to say, but to make it specific about Irish people, not a good look. I mean, just a terrible look, guys. Like this show, Who's Building Ireland as well, it's political because we know that Ireland is in a housing crisis. We have massive shortages of housing. They're bringing on a Polish guy to basically speak ill of the Irish people. I mean, it's just horrendous, guys. I mean, when I saw this clip, I was like, oh my God, like, what is he saying? Like, it makes all Eastern European people look bad, honestly, because none of the people think like that. You know, no Eastern European people think that Irish people are lazy. Where he got this sort of deranged narrative from, I'm not really sure. Maybe the people that are coming to work for him are lazy. But in general, Irish people are very hardworking. Why does Ireland have one of the highest GDPs in the world and the biggest incomes in Europe? Far more than Slovakia, Czech Republic, Hungary, Latvia, Lithuania, Poland, Hungary. These countries have shit compared to Ireland. So what the hell this guy's talking about is just ridiculous, lads. I truly didn't know what the hell this guy was saying. And like, guys, here's the thing as well. You know, this is Ireland. This ain't Poland, and people have to get this to their head. When you come to a new place, bro, you are a guest. Okay, this is my dad's country. This is not my mom's country. You understand? And I'll just put it to you straight like that, guys. That's just how it is up and down the board. And it's how it's always going to be. And unfortunately, you have people coming in here thinking that they run the show. Oh, I can just say what I want, do what I want. It's just despicable, guys. This guy, I don't know if he's on drugs himself. He said before he does lots of drugs, but to say that we're lazy and people come in here and we're just chilled and laid back and we want to smoke and stuff and we're comfortable in our hometown. Yes, we're comfortable in our hometown. Of course, if I was to move to Zimbabwe tomorrow, I'm sure that I would try and make it more than I'm doing here, right? Although I work quite hard here, I'm sure that I would have to work harder if I moved to, I don't know, Saudi Arabia, or if I moved to flipping Japan, or if I moved to Brazil. I'm sure I'd have to grind harder because it's not a country that I'm familiar with. So his sentiment is really stupid. Don't agree with it at all, guys. Leave in the comments down below, what do you guys think? This one's gone mega viral. I think that it's a bad look. I mean, his business could be destroyed over this. I don't really know what the hell he's trying to get at here. He's saying that we're just coming to look for a wage, and like, it's just like, and he's trying to hire people for low wages or something like that. But to just call everyone in Ireland lazy, like, he's basically insulting every builder in Dublin. Like, lads, like, that's not a good... I see the builders out building the road in Dunleary and flipping Tala. I see them building the roads 24/7. I see them at nighttime building the roads. You know, Irish people. So, don't know where he got this idea that people are lazy here. This is just crazy. This is awful stuff. And he's playing right into the hands of RT. RT know it, and they specifically showed this. It might have been taken out of context because it is just a 30-second clip. But I would have words with RT if I was him then, because that's terrible stuff. Another breaking news story, guys, from Sunday World. This is new figures saying average daily spend accommodating Ukrainians and IPAS applicants in Ireland is €5 million. So the overall state spend on IAP, which is international protection, asylum seekers, basically refugees coming to Ireland, as well as Ukrainians, accommodation from the end of July stands €1.1 billion. That's just a mind-blowing amount. So basically for the whole year, it's going to be 2 billion to house Ukrainians and IPAS residents. €2 billion. How about this, guys? You could take some of that 2 billion and you could house 16,000 homeless Irish people. No? Of course they'll never do that, guys, because they don't put Ireland first. And like I said with the last guy, he's from Poland. That's great. I love Eastern European people. Like I said, half my family is that. But this is Ireland. This isn't Poland. This isn't Hungary. This isn't Slovakia. This isn't Croatia. This isn't flipping anywhere, Albania. Okay? This is Ireland. And we put our own people first in this country. So enough of that bullshit. And lastly, I want to have a video to fire up the Irish people, because his sentiment was wrong, guys. His sentiment was basically, everyone's lazy. We're just looking for a paycheck. You know, we're not here to actually put the work in. Which some people may be like that. But that's not the vast majority of people here. Like, that's completely stupid, guys, to even recommend that. I think, in my personal opinion, we should be like this, guys. In ancient Greece, slaves were forbidden to exercise, so they didn't get strong enough to revolt. I think we should be building up ourselves physically, mentally, spiritually, and all of the above, financially as well, in Ireland. Which we're doing, of course. We're great people to do that. But keep pushing, guys. You know, I want to motivate people to keep pushing, keep hitting the weights, work out every single day, work on your cardio, work on your mental strength so you don't become weak. And people like this, it's true. Do you want to be a slave or do you want to be a king, guys? Which one is it? I want to be a king, man. And so should everybody in Ireland. So keep hitting the gym. You know, if you're just a sloppy guy, big fat stomach, and, you know, you're out of shape and stuff, hit the gym, guys. You know, don't be lazy. You know, I want this to be a wake-up call. You have people like this guy talking shit about us, okay? Well, let's get mad about it. You know, get fit. You know, own businesses. get money, get richer, you know, push yourself, drive yourself harder if you're Irish, you know. Don't just slack and have other people make fun of us. Maybe he did it to fire us up. Maybe he did it on purpose, guys, to get people pissed off. I work very hard when I'm pissed off. Okay, this is like my 10th video I've made today, and it's 8 o'clock at night. And I've been working since flipping 6 a.m. every single day. So I work very well when I'm pissed off. But a lot of people need that sort of wake-up call, guys. You need that wake-up call to get active and, you know, get something done. So hit the shit, guys. Do the bench press and make yourself better. I love this. Ancient Greece, slaves were forbidden to exercise. Roman gladiators were kept fed barley and beans to keep them big but slow. The Ottoman Empire, drinking coffee was forbidden, so the citizens didn't rebel. In feudal Europe, peasants were fed bread and oats, while the nobles feasted on red meat. I love that. Controlling a population starts with food and fitness. If you guys don't want to be controlled in Ireland, get fit, get strong, hit the weights, get mentally strength, get money, and push yourself every single day. I love you guys all. If you want to support me, hit the join link underneath the video. Become a member today for just €3 per month. We have 28 members now. Okay, we got a bunch of members just there, so I really greatly appreciate the love and support, guys. I love you all, and I'll see you in the next one, man. Peace.